But I don't know if we have any 10 players on each of these teams, because normally 10 players are pretty specialist in their weapon, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, there's not many of them, and we're not seeing one on the side of Nawal, that's for sure. But and also
Oh.
sadly not one coming out. But
a fling star.
So that's nice, I guess.
Yeah, foil flings a roller. Actually, a weapon that I've been discussing with people recently. It's pretty interesting because it paints a ton. I'd say compared to other rollers, it's kind of it's the anti-roller. It's not going to be getting a ton of kills like Splat Roller is, like Carbon is, but it actually paints so much with that vertical flame. So we'll have to see if this team's going to make advantage of that. You can get like 10 missiles in a game for free, but unfortunately, Grim is going to get traded out immediately. Both K4s running back. Chomp's going to go pretty aggressive again and will be taking out one. It's now a 2v2 situation. Flings and Roller going to be trying to take some space, not go too aggressively. They're actually pushing back Chomps quite far though, or Chomper. I can't quite tell what the username is, but either way, it's going to be back to a 4v4. Neither team getting a great push, but just a bit of a skirmish in mid right now, as teams are going to be looking to go back in with their specials. But the Splash player does get taken out with the special advantage on the side of Massacre. I'm assuming they're going to be getting some quite good... Oh, sorry, Nawal Gaming. I'm assuming they're going to get some good space there.
Yeah, certainly. We've already seen the armor coming out, although it is running out very soon, and the missiles cancelling. Oh, that's so unfortunate. You're seeing that Booyah Bomb getting used, the armor getting used, and this Ink Storm getting used, but just one silly little bomb cancelling that entire push all by itself. The Junior going down, nobody holding that clan right now. And he does somehow manage to survive. I thought there was like 3 people shooting at him, but the Booyah Bomb being pushed, and now all that momentum is just gone, and that's really unfortunate. I'm not entirely sure how that snowballed so fast. I guess just a bit of a lack of communication about how hard or when they should be pushing in. But right now we're just once again like we're 1.5 minutes in and just not really much having happened so far.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a slow-placed opening, although we do have Nawal Gaming finally scoring. They're getting a few clams on the board. Okay, and they have 3 down. If they can take out Grim here too, there's going to be a huge push, but Grim getting 2, actually. 50 points is huge on Nawal Gaming. The fact Grim just comes out with a 3 is huge for the side of Massacre. Allows the tides to turn very quickly. Extremely aggressive play on the K-Pro. I was about to say, I wouldn't be surprised if this snowballs like crazy, but actually it might just snowball on the other side as Grim just gets 3, walks into that swarm, and then just scores the clam. Very alpha plays right there. But unfortunately, the rest of the team didn't follow up with the aggression, and it will just be a 20-point score on the side of Nawal Gaming. But at least you got some points on the board, and you still have mid control as well as a lot of specials ready to keep control of the map. I mean, 24 clams, bomb rush, and armor ready. I wouldn't be surprised if they just go right back in.
Yeah, certainly. I wanted to say that I feel like that was just a bit of, as you said, like an alpha play. Like, oh, I just got a triple. Now I'm just so full of adrenaline. I want to push up, I want to go, I want to score, even though the rest of the team wasn't ready. I need to point out a full wipe on the side of, I believe that's Nawal?
Yeah.
God, I don't know. No, that's Massacre. Massacre was the one. Full wipe on
Nawal
the
yellow.
Yeah, again, full points coming out on the side of Nawal Gaming. At this point, the penalty all the way down to 31. But Jesus Christ, like that guy somehow taking out 3 people and then pushing in. Only 1 clan remaining and the game is over.
Well,
my God.
Clam Blitz Snap sometimes goes like that, honestly. I think it's such a snowballing map. Honestly, the amount of times I scrim this map and it's replayed because the game's just end instantly is unreal. But obviously you can't just ask for a replay in a tournament. That's Nawal Gaming. Just taking it to Nawal Gaming can keep that level of aggression and snowball the game just like they did right there. We could see another fast KO. So we're going to need to see more hero plays coming out from Grim to stop that happening.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Look, this is the one map. You looking at where the tower goes and how it kind of moves evenly along with spawn for like a good 50 points, you would assume, oh, this is a map that doesn't really snowball because you can always just kind of get back to where the tower is. It doesn't just rush at you out of nowhere, but no, not at all. Because if you're just not careful and somebody manages to push in from the left side and just sit on your snipe for a bit and keep some pressure, like they can just get all the way through that street and get all the way from the first all the way to the last checkpoint in one go. So it's scary. You need to be sure that nobody's trying to flank from that left side.
Yeah, and they're going to have to watch that left right now. It looks like it's only the guy on tower actually watching the left side right now, but there's not much pressure coming out from Massacre to actually stop this. In fact, that flings a roll gets taken down very quickly by the machine player, but the junior player on the side of Nawal Gaming does go down, making a 3 versus 3 situation. But regardless of that, Nawal Gaming are still pushing this tower. Look, it's already almost down to 40, and it's not even a minute into the game. That's what I'm talking about with these aggressive, fast snowballing maps, and Nawal Gaming are playing so well on them, you know? I feel like if I was Massacre, and like if Counter-Strike existed right now, I'd try and take them to the slowest map in the world. Because of the speed they're playing, it's so hard to shut down on maps like these.
Definitely, like looking at that comp as well, like even though they have that anchor with the ballpoint, but he's going up so hard, he's going up so fast. It's all, they're working together really well, and it's just been too much. Like they barely give Massacre any room to breathe. It's just a massive struggle here. Those missiles, the armor, the splashdown doesn't get to do anything, goes down immediately, and now Massacre finally getting a chance to hopefully prove themselves and at least paint mid again. Wait for that tower to come back to mid. Taking out some beacons along the way. I don't know if I like the fact that they bomb rushed the left side out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, it takes some very fast control, but I would have rather just saved it to bomb rush the top left. I feel like bomb rush contest 4 is much stronger using special, but regardless, it looks like control might have paid off. They do get some control to the top left, but regardless, they do lose 2, and Massacre, as Nawal Gaming, have an easy entry through mid to go back tower. It's only Grim left alive, unless he feels like 1v3ing again, then it will be the push going back to Nawal Gaming, and they're going to be reclaiming mid. Not only that, they were able to defend only using splashdown. Being your least valuable special, and being the only one you need to defend, that's going to be really nice for the upfront push having so many resources, but not without the booyah going down, actually.
Yeah, it's unfortunate seeing that K-Pro going down and the armor having been popped and used. Although, something that I really like to see a lot of people do is that they'll just not play bomb defense on the junior. So that if you get hit by a bomb right after you pop the armor, you can just charge a new armor straight away. And it's really nice for just like massive armor spam, which especially in an aggressive comp like this can be incredibly handy. So I like to see that coming out. You just saw it happen as well. Like they popped an armor, got hit by chip damage from a bomb, lost the armor, immediately started grinding for a new one. Great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big believer in the no bomb defense junior. It's great, but regardless, Massacre might finally get a push at Canard going so aggressively. Actually, that's fine one, but gets punished in the end. Grim able to prioritize though and make it a 2-up situation on the side of Massacre. They're going to need to take out the junior player, but the junior player takes it out himself. Grim trying to find this other player playing so aggressively, and finally, Massacre have a ton of control to get this push going. Not only do they have all the control, but look at their specials. They have the Booyah right now, and they're 80% to all of the others. So they're coming on online now, and they've popped every single special in the game. Armor coming through, missiles, bomb rush, and look at the space they get off of it. They're going to be pushing this tower through, and they're going to take the lead with the picks they get with their specials. Junior player going to be flanking here, but you can't flank a K-Pro as a junior, going all the way down to 25-24, and that's going to be hitting the last checkpoint. Only the ballpoint player left alive, as Massacre might finally knock out the game. 3, 2, 1. Oh! And they don't get the KO.
Man, no, barely not. I'm just silent trying to see if it ends up happening or not. I guess they finally did manage to stay true to the name, because that, especially when they just started screaming specials at the other team, screaming all the specials Nawal Gaming, that was just a massacre right there. And all the way to 1. I mean, on this map, like as you said before, it can snowball, and we've seen Nawal get some incredible pushes and just dancing through all the specials of the other team before without having to expend any of their own and just waiting for the perfect one to strike. So it's not over by any means, but a defensive Booyah Bomb on left, I like where it was thrown, forcing people out of position, forcing that, I believe, the Splatling out of position, which is definitely something you want to do, because him on that left stack is going to be really scary. But,
Yeah. Sorry, it looks like Nawal Gaming now have a push going in the last 10 seconds, so they do lose their Wolf player. They're going to need to pull out something crazy to win this 3v3 situation, especially with the spawn advantage going to Massacre, but it looks like they're going to pull it out. It's only the Enza player left alive now, Beta, and they're going down into overtime, but they've got a pretty nice advantage here. They're coming onto line to all of their specials, just like Massacre were on their push, and that's what is so useful in this power control game, but the machine goes too aggressive before any of the specials are popped, and now it's a 4v3 situation. A C9 on the tower, and that's going to be Massacre just jumping on and reclaiming the tower in overtime, allowing the 1-1 to come through. But honestly, I love that push from Massacre. The fact they just used one special to get a little bit of control, and then had all 3 specials ready to break through, you know, the biggest choke point of the dungeon shipyard, allowed them to unless one team really flops. So definitely going to be a really interesting map mode to see, considering how this team's been playing. And actually, a double Splatling comp, very slow comp coming out from Nawal Gaming right now.
yeah, I mean, I'd like to see it, and it's definitely fair, because as you said, on this map, like, the furthest you would ever really go is into the other team's pit if you have full control, and even that's not a great place to be, because you can just get shot down from all the ledges that are higher up. So but like, the furthest anyone would reasonably go is like onto their spinner, or onto their snipe. So you don't need to have like a full aggression comp. What you want to do is you want to not get taken out, and you want to be able to get back into zone if one or two of your members get taken down. So I like these comps right now. I like how they're both a bit slower, both a bit more careful.
Yeah,
Although
definitely.
I say both, but really it's only double splatting.
Yeah, I would say it's a bit of a slower comp, but I would say that Foil Flinger is a very, very big pick weapon. So it definitely suits his buttons, but doesn't quite yet have the missiles. I assume they're waiting for the missiles before taking their push, and yet they do use the missiles immediately alongside the ink armor. So that will be a push coming through the Massacre. Although it's late in the game, this should be a pretty dominant one if they can pull it off properly. But they're not able to find the picks back quick enough. Narwhal Gaming kites the push, able to back off, get the splash player, and put themselves in a 4v3 situation to just walk back in and go for the retake. And that's what they do. Although they give up the zone for a split second, they immediately retake it with a really nice defensive play.
Yeah, that was definitely beautiful to see. I'm not entirely sure what all happened in like 5 seconds with the machine on screen. That was incredibly confusing. But overall, like, very well defended. They popped the armor at the perfect time, and I feel like as soon as you saw that armor come out on the side of Nawal Gaming, like, Massacre was just terrified straight away. Like, they backed down really hard in that machine. The only one still on zone gets taken down. And at this point, like, the momentum is switching all from one armor usage, so the rest of the special is still ready. And it helped them get to where they are now, all the way down to 25 before they finally lose the zone again. And only 2 minutes into the game. But so far, I mean, this is the first time that Massacre's gotten any real points on the board.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say it's not just about the points on the board, it's the control they have. Now they finally have the, they have the zone cap, but they also have the control around the zone. So now they can get themselves a real good defense, as long as they get their specials online. Because right now, all you've got is a missile and splashdown. They use the missiles right as the enemy is pushing, so really well timed, but they lose their splash play before they can really get any real specials. And that means they're not going to have much to defend this zone, and that's true of them going down a result. It's going to be Grim and Cat forced to now push, back up, as Nawal Gaming just pushes right into their pit right now, and they're going to need to come back fast, but they do have the ink armor online to do that. As long as they get the bombs from missiles, it should be a potential push from Massacre, but Nawal Gaming already have, almost have that ink armor to respond to that.
That was beautifully done once again, like pushing them all the way back into their own pit, but realizing when you're too far pushed up and when you should be backing down a little bit. And so nobody on the side of Nawal going down in that scenario, getting everyone pushed back real hard and not costing any special to do so. And at this point, like, they've again gone through the penalty, only scored 2 extra points this time to get down to 23, but still, like, 23 to 56, it's looking pretty good right now for Nawal, although they do have to actually get back in because now Massacre scoring points once again.
Yeah, Massacre is going to be scoring points once again and almost got the lead, but Nawal Gaming now have their push. They have the incoming Cloud and Inkjet come through to try and make some space, but not yet a pick, but the space does come through. They get the retake, but every single member of Massacre is still alive, so they could come back with it, but actually Flabber will be going down and Canard is jumping out. That will allow Nawal Gaming to take much more control in the last minute of the game, and there's only 10 penalty points. This could be a knockout if they're not careful.
It definitely could be. I mean, there's already 3 specials ready on the side of Massacre to push back in with, and they're all being popped at the same time. But overall, from what I'm seeing in this game so far, despite Massacre having like a very aggressive comp, they're playing very defensively. Like, as soon as anyone gets on zone from the side of Nawal, Massacre just kind of backs down with all members at the same time, and they just give up control of the zone for a little bit, and it's never been working out so far. Although Grim, as I say that, the splash on, I mean, he has to let that one down, but taking them down straight away. And now, with 3 members down, 1 just respawning, this is their chance. This has to be it.
Yeah, this has to be it. You've only got 40 seconds left. If you lose the zone right now, a miracle would happen to actually win the game off that. So they need to get their specials. Once again, I'm really highlighting this. I feel like they're lacking the defensive specials. They've not got the bomb rush ready. They've not quite got the armor ready, but they might finally get it. But it doesn't matter because Nawal Gaming are already pushing with their armor and their inkjet. So if you don't pop it right now, you really might start falling short and the splash does go down. You are able to trade the machine, but not without losing only the Enzyme player left alive. And now they're going to be rushed by 2 people, and that's Nawal Gaming taking the zone in the last 10 seconds. No specials, no people on the side of Massacre to get back into zone. A miracle is going to have to happen to retake it, but no, that's going to be Nawal Gaming taking it. And again, you're just not getting the specials fast enough on this defense for Massacre. And every single time Nawal Gaming came to push, there was nothing to respond with.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually genuinely surprised. Like, not to say that Massacre didn't play well, because Massacre really, still a very strong showing. Every single time that they did get back into zone, it was dominant, and you could see why these people are as high up as they are right now. But every single time that Nawal got back to zone,
picks. So we'll have to see if they're going to change that up, and if they're going to change up their playstyle, or if they're going to go with the comforts regardless. Which a lot of these teams in this region do. But no, the double splatling on Rainmaker. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that, because I mean, we'll still have to see how these guys play, because so far, at least in zones, it worked out. But zones is like, as you said, the slowest and the most defensive mode that we have. Whereas Rainmaker, you want to be moving, and that Nautilus can schmooze, that's for sure. But I don't think that the ballpoint can say the same. So I'm not sure if I like this, but I guess I've never seen these guys before. Maybe they struck gold.
Yeah. But regardless of the picks, I do believe that the players on Nawal Gaming will have the aggression to take it to Rainmaker regardless. So we'll have to see if they're going to do that. They have the income online right now, but neither team is popping specials. I guess they're both kind of scared of just kind of getting a feel for each other, but it looks like the missiles will now be popped on the left side of the map for Massacre. They're going to start moving forward with them, but they're not quite popping specials, but now they get the inkjet going with the armor. Really, really nice coordinated push from Massacre, actually. We saw the missiles come through. They all move forward with the inkjet and armor. They start going forwards, but a result, 2 of them go down. I feel like maybe a bit too aggressively, and the specials were a tiny bit mistimed, because the idea was there, and it was almost done, but the execution fell a little bit flat, and Nawal Gaming was able to get the penalty, which allowed them to go back to their aggressive positioning on the enemy flat.
It's heartbreaking that that trade didn't end up being worth it for the Slinger, because he had no ink whatsoever. He was completely dry and no ink around him to recover it as well. He still managed to wait just long enough to get enough ink for a vertical flick and traded, which was impressive. But it didn't matter, because at this point all the offense is on the side of Nawal, and we get to finally see how they're planning to push up. I think it is the ballpoint effect of Rainmaker, which is honestly the only sensible pick at this point. And yes, it was. But they're getting pushed back immediately as soon as that junior goes down.
Yeah, they get pushed back very, very fast, and it's Massacre taking a lot of space, but they did have to invest in eject to actually push people back a little late. So if Nawal Gaming are able to push fast, but they push a bit too fast. They start moving back into mid, immediately trying to reclaim control. They just get picked off as a result. And now Massacre have a bunch of space, a bunch of specials, and as long as they can move quickly, they could get a huge push off this. But they do need to move fast.
They definitely do, and it looks like they are definitely trying to. Like, they know that this is what they have to do. They know they have to be quick, but at the same time, although they get a pretty decent lead, like 50 is not terrible on this map, although it's not going to win you any games either. But you're seeing, like, they know that they have to push fast, and I feel like Nawal knows that they know that they have to push fast, because Nawal, like, throwing a lot of bombs, Nawal trying to play it safe, trying to shark, see if anyone overextends and take them out and just retake the momentum from there. So definitely like multiple levels deeper thinking, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, I thought you were continuing your thought. I got completely lost there. But no, I'd agree. They're definitely putting a lot of thought into their pushes when going for it, but not quite able to go for the speed that they needed to take it from Nawal Gaming. Nawal Gaming, the Nautilus player, really able to stand its ground and stop their push right now. And now they're going to be pushing on the right side. No way. No way.
No, don't.
Is it working? And it's working. Nawal Gaming pushing on the right side of the map. Something considered illegal by most people. They actually take it below 30. They take it to 21 as a result. What was that, Beta? They just took it on the right side of the map and took it to 21.
So I guess that, I mean, hey, I guess in a way, like, I'm just going to justify it by saying nobody ever does this because it's so bad, so they just weren't expecting it to happen. But Jesus Christ. I don't know. I don't like to see that. I don't know how many people are watching Twitch right now, but everyone, please don't do this in solo queue. I beg you. Like, don't learn from these people.
Whenever I'm playing this map, I'm never preparing to defend from the fan side because it's such a terrible push. So you just don't prepare for it. And I guess that's what happened to Massacre. They didn't prepare for that because why would you? And it goes down to 21. Now they've got all their friends to push back into mid, but they've got a huge lead to beat. And although it's doable, Nawal Gaming has been so good at denying the pushes over and over and over. And yeah, they are able to trade that. And honestly, going for trades here is going to be good for you. You get the stall advantage. All you've got to do is spend 24 in a minute. So if you can just go for these trades and go for this stall, eventually you're going to win the game. But if you crack and if you falter, it's definitely going to be possible for Massacre to bring this back.
It's definitely not going to be impossible in any way. Like, this 21 on this map is, if you can just get past that block once, if you can get past that drop, especially because the bumper right there is really weird. Like, 21 is still beatable, even without crazy special uses and without crazy map control. It can be done, but with only half a minute left and the splash being down, and our flings are being the only one. Oh, this for the K-Pro as well. Only a few specials online, but it's not looking good. for Massacre right now.
Yeah, it's definitely not looking good for Massacre, but at least they have 3 specials online. They pop the pick up on missiles very, very quickly. They have the armor to capitalize too. If they can capitalize off that pick, then they could definitely go. The Fleas are now going forward and taking 2 down. The machine needs to get taken out here. They're both hiding in the office, trying to find some value, but then the flashdown comes through, forces the Rainmaker back, and they're just pushing onto the Rainmaker, but they finally live. The machine gets taken down, and Massacre now get their turn to push, but the Nautilus with its hit scan fire speed from that far away is just able to pick off the Rainmaker and stop Narwhal Gaming in their tracks. Sorry, stop Massacre in their tracks. That's Narwhal Gaming going up 3-1 and moving on to top 8 of this tournament. Well played by them, but upsetting to see that again. It feels like another game where Massacre was so close in every game to finding that small little adaptation they had to make to take the game, but they just fell short every single time, and Narwhal Gaming were able to hold on to that defense very, very well and move on to the top 8 as a result.
Yeah, absolutely. That was almost heartbreaking because that was a well-deserved push back in. Like they set that up correctly. They did a lot of damage, and I feel like just knowing that they lost that game to that stupid push on the right side of the map makes me a little bit angry. I'm gonna try to let it go. But I mean, they really deserve to at least get a good chance to go back in. But I mean, it is still Rainmaker. It is still, oh, you just kind of go in, and as long as you can land that kill on the Rainmaker carrier, and you get, or you just win. So
Yeah.
that Nautilus, I mean, still a good play by the Nautilus. He just dropped down from that ledge and was able to take down the Rainmaker before he got taken down himself. But man, I hate Rainmaker so much.
That's fair enough, honestly. Honestly, I was I don't know. That's I don't know. That's one of the weirdest sets I don't think I've ever seen in a tournament pushing that right side work. The only instance I can think of is the FD Win Starburst set in the NA Open. However, FD Win weren't using it to push, they were just kind of stalling there. There's a
Mhm.
difference between stalling on the right side at the end of the game and getting a push to 21, but it worked. It worked. I think it was well identified to Narwhal Gaming um, to kind of realize no one's defending the right side right now. Let's go for this crazy play. And it paid off really, really well. It just kind of blew me away because in all my times, I've spectated a lot of Splatoon. I've played a lot of Splatoon, and a competitive environment. I have never seen a push work on that map. This is the first for me today. So, yeah, I'm just surprised, honestly.
Yeah, I'm just heartbroken, man. Like I don't think I'm gonna recover from this. It's a good thing that that was my last set on mic because man, I'm gonna need a week,
You
like a
need a
full
week,
week.
yeah. That's understandable. I can believe that. I can believe
I
that.
just like looking at the discourse going on the Twitch chat about this right now.
Yeah, that's gonna be cause some controversy. That's gonna be the next big thing. Controversy. We're kind of thirsting for it right now. I believe that's why everyone's deciding to cause controversy over the community class of what we're calling bamboo or not. But let's talk about
Yeah,
something else. What is the controversy going on right now? Like this is ridiculous stuff, honestly. But
we
either
always
way,
need something, and I'd rather have something lighthearted as don't push over right than some of the other stuff that can happen sometimes.
true.
But this is
Either way, either way, a bit of silly fun as we see Noah Gaming take that series 3-0. Again, moving on to top 8, and that's the next stage we're gonna see in the tournament. But yeah, I don't know. What's going on now? I'm just kind of I'm
it
chilling.
looks like we're going to probably be going on a break now.
Yeah.
One of our overlords is hello Will. Once again. All right,
All right.
nice. We're gonna take well, at least Matt is gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break for like a few weeks. So that's
All right. Well, thanks for joining me, Beta. It's been a bit of a chaotic day, but it's been a fun one. So thanks for joining me here. It's been a fun cast.
my pleasure.
All right. And yeah, I'll see you all soon and yeah, another time. Goodbye. Yeah, my brain's good.
Laters.